Hello, one alls. My view of My Hero Team Vigilantes, chapter 116 in Darkness. And this chapter certainly wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, I figured Koichi was done. You know, he did his part, he managed to lure Six away from Pop, managed to buy enough time for the pro heroes to show up wherever the freak they are, and now, he could rest, he could finish his battle, he'd be knocked out and wake up in the hospital or something like that. Yay! I certainly wasn't expecting for both him and Knuckle Duster to die, and then have a conversation in the realm of the dead. I just really didn't see that coming, though it certainly does make a lot of sense, or at least anime sense. I mean, seriously, I've seen a dozen different series that have the whole, oh, we're both dead so we can talk to one another for these few seconds thing. I mean, it's a fairly common trope, though I am really, truly hoping that Knuckle Duster doesn't stay dead. I mean, he's clearly dead here, he passes out, Soga's like, Master, are you okay? It's like, Soga, you kept him from performing a suicide attack, kept him from finishing off Six by, blowing himself up, and now he's gonna die from his injuries? That'd be really bad writing, just awful writing, and I'm really hoping that's not the case. I'm really hoping by next chapter, the chapter after that, Soga's managed to, revive him, get him to hospital somehow, some way, and he's alive again! Yay! Anyway, though, like I was saying, it does actually make a lot of sense because it has been a very long time since Koichi last saw Knuckle Duster. I mean, besides, when he saved him from Six, like 2-3 chapters ago, the last time they were in the same room together was, I think, like 50-60 chapters ago. Knuckle Duster was only really, part of Koichi's life for the very beginning of this series, and he still feels like part of the team. Him, Pop, Koichi, they're a trio, they're a team, but they really haven't been for a very long time, and now that Koichi, is on his last leg here, his mask showing up just when he needs him, just give him that last little push, that last little nudge, that last little piece of advice is exactly what he needs to, go plus ultra one last, please let this be the last time. It's time to bring out the crawler knuckle style. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. And it also seems like Koichi got another upgrade because while he was talking to Knuckle Duster, he realized he could wrap his entire body in his quirk and basically fly like Captain Celebrity, which, okay, that's impressive. I'm kind of amazed you never thought of that before, especially after, you met Captain Celebrity, you hung out with him, you spent a great deal of time with him, you got to know exactly how his quirk worked, and you never thought, hey, I wonder if I could use this quirk on myself. I wonder if I could use this quirk the same way I do. Turns out he can! Yay! I mean, he's basically wrapped his entire body in a shell that's allowing him to, keep moving despite all of his broken bones, and is going to make him even stronger than he was before. Oh, it's going to be a fun fight. This is going to be a fun fight, and this will be, hopefully, the way the fight ends. I mean, seriously, it's time. End this fight already. I know I said that many times here, but Koichi had a full conversation with his master while they were both dead. That feels, as exciting, as hyped, as insane as it can possibly get. I don't really know of any way, they can go plus ultra past that. Plus, Koichi has now learned the technique of his master. He's learned that it feels really good to pound some villains, and he now has, one of his barriers on each of his knuckles, so when he punches Six, it's going to cause some serious damage. I mean, it seems like he punched his way out of a collapsed building right here with a bunch of broken bones, so yeah, he might actually be able to finish off Six by himself, and that just seems so very surprising. I mean, part of the reason why I said last chapter that I thought the fight was over, that Koichi was done, was because Koichi, isn't really a fighter. He's a fleer. He's a runawayer. He's a person that, just lures the enemy away, lures the villain, distracts the villain until pro heroes arrive. But now he's going on the offensive. He's going to punch Six with everything he's got. He's going to break him down into nothing. I mean, his whole thing was, he promised Pop that he wouldn't use his shoot-to-go blam bam technique to shoot any villains, shoot any people, and that's the reason why he wasn't able to finish off Six before, but, punching is a lot different from shooting, so maybe this will work. Maybe he'll actually be able to, put Six down for good this time. Of course, that does lead to, a rather big concern, because murder with a quirk is really illegal. I mean, everything up to this point could arguably be swept under the rug as self-defense. Koichi was running away, the villain was attacking him, and he was just trying to, escape from him, so that's fine. But if he goes, with a Knuckle Duster style and starts pounding Six, yeah, that's not really self-defense anymore. That's escalation, and that is very much illegal and could cause Koichi to be, thrown in jail for the rest of his life. And wrapping things under the rug would be especially hard because the camera crew is still here. And I love the camera operator's like, it's kind of risky here and I don't want to die. But the newswoman is like, yeah, no, we are staying here. We are getting this freaking scoop even if it kills us. Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, seriously, the news people of this world are incredibly brave, and so are the helicopter pilots. And I just really have to admire that. Even if they're probably going to get killed, even if there's a fairly good chance that Six is going to reach into the air, pick up the helicopter, and smash Koichi over the head with it. That's actually something I could really see happening. I would really love to see that happen. And then we flash over to all the townspeople who are worried and scared, wondering, where are the heroes? Where are the heroes? And again, seriously, where the freak are the heroes? The Proto-Gnome have been taken out, they were all merged into Six, they're gone. So what exactly are Aizawa, Ingenium, Edgeshot, Best Jeanist? What are all they doing? What are they all doing right now? Seriously, where are you heroes? We freaking need you. And All Might. I mean, seriously, All Might should definitely have been here by now. Unless he's run out of time for the day, but yeah, I still feel like he should have been here by now. And anyway, I was saying, they're all wondering what's going to become of our town, and Koichi is the defender of this town. He is their protector. He is a Naruhata hero, and he will make sure they are safe. He'll make sure they are protected. Even though the very next page, he's falling into darkness and dying, which, doesn't really inspire all that much confidence, but thankfully Knuckle Duster is there as well, because apparently he died from his injuries as a result of fighting Six, at least briefly. I mean, I hope briefly. Like I said before, it'd be really stupid if he died from those injuries after he, didn't do the suicide attack, because then it's like, okay, then why didn't you just blow yourself up, man? That would have been way, way better. Or maybe we'll just find out that Knuckle Duster had another quirk that lets him, transfer his mind, his conscience into other people and project his thoughts onto them. Yeah, very, very unlikely. I think, it's the old trope. They're both dead, so they can talk to one another through the realm of death. I mean, there's a quirk realm in this series where quirks can communicate, so I guess it makes sense for there would be a realm of death where dead people can communicate. And we just get this really touching moment of Knuckle Duster praising Koichi's ingenuity, praising Koichi on making it this far, and even really calling him his apprentice. And then Koichi's like, alright, thanks, master. Thanks for helping me this far. You know what? Now I'm gonna die, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with dying right here, right now. Only for Knuckle Duster to say, oh, no, man, you are not done, because I have one last lesson to teach you. It feels really, really good to pound a villain with everything you got. And as much as this seems to terrify Koichi, the lesson seems to sink through as he's then able to apply Knuckle Duster's style to his own technique and punches through the wall and now has, like I said, a barrier around each of his knuckles. So yeah, it's time to start pounding Six. It's time to start beating Six within an inch of his life, or, just his whole life. Kill him. Just freaking kill Six already. Reduce him to nothing. Reduce him to ash. I'm not even sure how Six is still alive. I mean, he is a skeleton with a brain that's surrounded by plasma. He should be dead by now. I mean, he is on his last leg. From what he said last couple chapters, it seems like this form is basically, eating up his life force, eating up everything he has, and he'll burn out sooner or later. So Koichi probably doesn't even really need to do all that much here, but, he is the protagonist of the series, so of course, he needs to be the one that finishes off Six. He needs to be the one that puts him down for good. Huzzah! But please, anything else down below, what do you think Koichi's actually going to do next chapter? What new powers has he unlocked this time? How has he gone plus ultra? I mean, now I look at it, it seems like he fired off like 4 different projectiles when he punched the wall like that. I mean, you can see the outline of them all coming away from his fist. So even though it's a punch, it's also somehow a projectile attack that continues moving after it hits its target. I mean, that could, definitely be helpful for dealing with Six, given that, like I said, he's all plasma. So if Koichi, ends up punching him in the fist, the blast could travel through Six's body, his plasma body, and strike his real body up in his head. That would make a certain amount of sense. I mean, again, as much sense as could be made of any of this fight. It's gone insane. It has gone plus ultra time and time again. And I really think, I know I've said this before, but I really think this is the end. I really think this is going to be it. Koichi is going to go, Knuckle Duster mode, his final plus ultra. He's going to finish off Six here and now. And then he'll probably go jail for, murdering someone with his quirk, which, like I said, can't really be classified as self-defense. But anyway, let me know all this down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next video. And until then, peace!